AWOL Nation, everybody.
It's like being interviewed by your brother right after having sex. How was it for you?
Is that looked down upon?
Did you watch?
Aaron, I think a lot of us have seen you play live, but to see it this close and see the way you guys do it and know that you have been the mastermind. If you guys don't know, I'm going to brag for him for a minute. If you look at the credits over the years for Aaron Bruno Music, it's not like 82 producers, 46 writers. Like, he is a wizard, and he goes in there and he works and he creates it all. And man, I think...
You're embarrassing me.
I'm sorry. It's true. Because I think a lot of people, when they know the story, they can appreciate the music even more. Here Come the Runts is the latest AWOL Nation album. Of the three, where does this rank in terms of that stressed you out the most making it?
This was the least stressful record, and it was really kind of you to say such nice things about me. And that was the case. Whoa, I was off that whole time. All my jokes were missed. This was the easiest record to make, and finally, you know, for the first time since AWOL Nation started, I'm finally in a position where the musicians are on the next level, and there's a trust value there. And you know, so I got to have Isaac play drums on the record, Zach play guitar, Dan played some keys, and so it feels like a band more so than ever before. So it's been really nice to have them take it to another level, because on the first couple of records I'd play everything, and me as a musician is a little bit limited. So we were able to grow a bit.
Nice. Zach, by the way, he's the one that stands right here. He is also in the band called Iron Tom, and they are opening up for you guys. They have been opening up for you guys, but they're playing the 2 Wiltern shows, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, he is.
I'm gonna get a towel because I'm sweating kind of weirdly.
Here, I'll get it for you. I have done nothing today. You've worked. There you go. Honestly, what is my job? I stand here and get to watch you play music.
Well, hope we don't let you down.
No, you haven't. Handyman is the song, you guys. Is it okay if I say it's ballad-like?
Yeah, it feels like a ballad with a brutal beat that kicks in eventually. But yeah.
Just not to geek out too much on the music part of it, but like, how did that song even come to you? It is beautiful, man.
It was just, you know, a really simple chord progression. My chain popped out. Hold on. I didn't plan it. And you know, the lyrics and the melody came out fairly quickly, and that in the past has been a sign of a good song for me. And I wrote it during the election when everybody was just pissed, and people are still pissed, and I understand that. Applauding for anger, I don't know, but yeah, you know, I had no idea how I guess appropriate some of those lyrics would end up being a year later. So it's definitely carried a great deal of weight to perform and sing, and sometimes it's hard to not get emotional while playing it, because you can see in people's faces that it's a couple of the lyrics feel dead on, I guess.
Right. Was music your only path, and that was going to be it? From the first time I saw you play, not in AWOL Nation years ago, I mean, you have just been, it's what you've done, but if things didn't go maybe how they've gone, did you have anything else planned, or this was it?
Well, I was terrible at school, but I would have been a good lawyer if there wasn't schooling involved, because I'm good at convincing people of stuff. 3 record deals, somehow convince people to play our music, and convince these great musicians to play on stage with me, convince my wife to fall in love with me. You know, I was just sort of, I'm good at that kind of thing.
You're just good at stuff. You're good. There is a lot of work going into being a musician. I mean, it seems like, wow, it's you make these songs, but like, it's a full setup today. Then tomorrow you got the Wiltern show. The next day, the Wiltern show. Is there ever a part of you that is like, oh man, the music's out, but we got to go to Boise here, then we got to K-Roq. Does it wear you out at all, or this is just super easy for you? Well,
luckily everybody gets along in the band. Of course, we just started the record cycle, so a year from now we may hate each other, but right now it's going really good. And you know, we try to, if anyone's seen Spinal Tap, it's real. It really is. So like, we get lost on the way to stage sometimes, you know, and we try to not take ourselves too seriously. You know, the lyrics, the meaning, the passion we put into the songs and the live show, that's dead serious, but we don't think of ourselves as elevated guys on stage, and stuff. And so we do a great deal of poking fun at each other to keep things light, you know, so that helps a lot.
The first song that they played when they came out was the title track called Here Come the Runs. This song, maybe it's the first time you ever heard it. When you leave here, put that on. It is like a combination of, I don't know, it feels like there's a little metal and there's some punk in it. Can you talk about the title track? I love that song.
Well, you always need a good opener, right? An intro song. And it felt, it felt like it would be a great way to start the set. And that was important to me. And it felt like a call to arms for people that feel unnoticed or like the underdog in a lot of ways. I've felt like that most of my career. Even with all the success, I still feel like I have to really scratch and claw my way to be heard. And also, it's a bit of a passing of the baton from the last record with some of the synth that's in the beginning of it and the groove in the front of it that passes the baton to some guitars and some brutal drumming. I use the word brutal twice, I realize that now. It's a good word. And yeah, and then you're off to the races, and the record is this, you know, these characters trying to navigate their way through life.
You mentioned being the underdog. I mean, that maybe, if you lose that feeling, maybe it doesn't, the whole operation isn't as successful.
Yeah, the second record was tough to make because I'd found success for the first time. So I was sort of sitting there going, well, what do I talk about now, you know? And so I went into a bit of an alienated space, and it was a darker record. And surviving that record was such a good feeling, and I felt so positive and this sort of light and energy that I wanted to share on Here Come the Runs for sure. I'll always have that chip on my shoulder just a little bit.
That's good. I think the top athletes do, the top musicians do, the comedians do. It's what drives you.
Well, as Zach De La Rocha said, anger is a gift.
Yes. And on that note, I think we should end it right there. Aaron, are you cool with that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Hey, congratulations, man. Aaron Bruno, AWOLNATION. The album is Here Come the Runs. The Will Turn tomorrow and the Will Turn the next night. Thank you guys so much.